Would this be Tom Brady's greatest?
Yes.
Let me ask the question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Would this be Tom Brady's greatest Super Bowl? Would this be Tom Brady's greatest Super Bowl?
Yes, and it's unreal to even say that. But based off the expectations before the season and based off of the odds stacked against them by making the transition to becoming a Tampa Bay Buck, yes, this will be his greatest Super Bowl win. Think about it. I'm going to say this sentence again. I added a layer to it, too. Here's a story of an over-the-hill, I'm not going to do the rhythm. I ain't getting sued. An over-the-hill quarterback who goes to the worst franchise in sports history and becomes the first to play a home Super Bowl game in NFL history with a chance to win a 7th ring when no other player in NFL history has ever even played in 7 Super Bowls. Cut, paste, crop. Listen to that sentence again. It's insane. It's absurd. It's a cherry on top of a sundae that already had 6 cherries on top. How in the hell is Tom Brady doing this again? Renaming the state of Florida, because you're supposed to go down there to retire. He goes down to the state of Florida to put in more work and to widen the gap on the field, especially that young kid, because the GOAT has to have a kid. And the kid is Patrick Mahomes trying to come say, I'm back. You beat me in the AFC Championship game, but I got my hair cut now. This time I'm ready, Tom. Tom's just going to smack again. And if Tom gets his way, if the Buccaneers get a victory, Tom Brady once again is the kryptonite to Patrick Mahomes. Oh, yeah, this would be the greatest Super Bowl win.
Sal, speaking of Super Bowls, everybody has to think about their Super Bowl parties. Unfortunately, we can't have big Super Bowl parties right now because of COVID. But during Super Bowl parties, you know, people bring out the dips and the chips and the dips. The one I despise is that 7-layer dip.
Oh, you don't like that?
Nah, because it got one too many layers. Just like that, Takey.
Oh!
You added that one layer.
You don't like that?
And I ain't like that layer you added, Marcellus.
Well, don't come over my house then. You're disinvited.
I'm going to say this. It's going back to that Super Bowl against the Atlanta Falcons 2016. I said it yesterday, but I wanted to expound on it.
Yeah.
The reason this year has been so impressive to so many is because there was a limited offseason. Because of COVID, offseason workouts were cut short. Training camp was cut short. Now, I understand this wound was self-inflicted by Tom Brady, but remember 2016, he was suspended. So the first 4 games of that season, he wasn't with a squad, wasn't throwing them passes, wasn't in a facility, wasn't participating in team activities. Then he jumped in. You remember, Big Dog?
What?
Double Dutch.
What you mean? 3rd place in the 3rd grade.
Hey,
only boy out there, too.
The rope going. And you got to come.
Hey, what you doing? Hey, tangles, twisties.
It's so much harder to double dutch than it is to jump rope yourself, because double dutching, it's already moving. Jump roping yourself, you get to dictate the movement. Tom Brady had to jump in, jump out. In the middle of that 2016 season, jumped in to go 11-1, 28 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, likely would have won the MVP if not for the suspension. Go to the Super Bowl against the actual MVP, Matt Ryan, go down 28-23, 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and you come all the way back to win. I don't think we've seen a more impressive feat on a more impressive stage than that right there, Big Dog. From a double dutch champion, you should know best.
Well, 3rd place. I ain't gonna lie, the other 2 girls sniped me, but still, I was the only boy out there, and I got that. Hey, you don't know nothing about double dutch. First of all, you can start just in the middle. Go, girl. And then you also could do it with just 2 people. Tied up to the pole. Let's go. I've been all those places. But speaking of that, let's go somewhere else and move on to one of the top defensive football players in football. Ravens defensive lineman Calais Campbell, 6-time Pro Bowler and the current Walter Payton Man of the Year. He'll be presenting that trophy on Sunday in Tampa to the new winner. Calais, my dog, welcome to Speak for Yourself, big man.
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
That's all I wanted to hear, that man talk. All right, Calais, settle the debate for us right now we were just having. Would this be Tom Brady's greatest Super Bowl if he were to win?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I heard the argument, and I was kind of, I got to side with myself on this one, Emmanuel.
Come on.
Because, this right here, at 43 years old, given the way the season was went, like with just going to a new team during COVID, which I experienced, it's hard to do, and having to kind of learn a new playbook, a new way of football with new coaches, and then to go on the stage and actually compete against Patrick Mahomes. If he beats Patrick Mahomes on this stage, after they won it last year and the way he's looked, I know this year it's kind of been some ups and downs, but it's still Patrick Mahomes, man. This will be the greatest feat if he wins it.
Calais, I got to put this on record because people don't know, like, you my dog for real. You a groomsman in my brother's wedding. He been to Nigeria with us. Like, you family. Let me ask you, bro, what you still playing for? You got 92 sacks. You 6'8", 315. I know your body hurt. What you still playing for? You in the Hall of Fame or like, what you got left?
Bro, I need a ring, man. I need to be playing on Sunday, but I'm hurt that we didn't get a chance to get there. I feel like this team had the ability to get over the hump and be that one that gets to the Super Bowl. But, I got one more chance next year, man. One more year on my contract in Baltimore, and I feel like we got a squad that can get it done.
All right, Calais. Well, sitting on 92 sacks, which is 48 more than I ever had in my career. How badly you want to get to 100, and what would it mean to you? Because chasing that ring sometimes is impossible for people to catch.
Yeah, man. See, I just got done with a workout, because, you don't really get an off season when you get to our age, trying to still play this game. So I'm always grinding, and that's why I'm still sweating a little bit, But, I got to get to 100. I got to, man. That's something that would mean a lot to me. Ever since I was a kid, I started, I chose to play the end, and that was a goal of mine. So I got to get there before I retire, too.
I respect it. Now let's talk collective, big dog. You joined the Ravens this past year, dominant on defense, explosive at times on offense. But what limited the Ravens from playing in this upcoming game, the Super Bowl on Sunday?
It just seems like it wasn't our day, really. I think I really feel like we were the better team when we played against the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. But they made the plays to win the game. We had our opportunities and we just didn't make enough of them. And I can't make excuses. At the end of the day, man, I wish I was playing there, but we didn't get it done. So all I could do is look forward to next year, and put the work in.
Okay, man, you're on one of my favorite teams to watch because my favorite player, Lamar Jackson, is your quarterback. With that said, Calais, I need you to give me a scouting report, and it should be in depth because you get to see him every single day. Give me the greatest attributes he has and the things he needs to work on.
I'll tell you, he's 24, just scratching the surface of how good he can be. I think he has great vision. He has a strong arm, and he could put the ball. He makes some throws in practice where it's like, wow, that's all pro quarterback.
Look like Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills didn't like that last response. Y'all better team to do. There you go. Calais, you back with us?
Oh, yeah. You lost me for a second, my bad. I'm over here. I was giving a report.
We run our satellite feed through Buffalo. They didn't like that last response about y'all being better, so you got to do it again.
Nah, I was saying that Lamar, he can make every throw. You see it in practice, and he puts the ball right in the money. It's an all-pro quarterback throw. And then there's times where he makes decisions. It's like, okay, he's still young. He still has a lot of growing up to do. And that's just, that's part of being 24 and a quarterback in the NFL. He ain't going to see it all the way, every single time. Even Tom Brady, throws interceptions and stuff. But I see, when I look at Lamar, I see a guy who can make every single throw. And as he continues to get older and start seeing defenses, start understanding the weaknesses of defenses, and he starts wanting pre-snap, he's going to be a great quarterback in this league. He already is, but he's going to get even better.
No question. Well, you my dog, so I'm going to ask you the hard questions, big bro. We've never seen a quarterback that scares defenses more with their legs win a Super Bowl. Mike Vick got close. He went to a conference championship. Cam Newton got even closer. He went to a Super Bowl. But why do you think that Lamar Jackson can be the one to buck a trend that we've never seen get debunked?
Yeah, those guys are great players, and I'm never going to knock any of them because, I played against Mike Vick. He's a spectacular talent. I played against Cam Newton multiple times, and, he set the rookie record in passing yards against my team, when I was his first game of the season back in, I don't know how many, it was a long time ago. And then, but Lamar, I see Lamar as the guy, man, he has a great arm. and he has a great understanding of the game. He loves the game, and I feel like as he continues to develop, I mean, he runs the ball well, and he picks and chooses when he wants to run and beats teams with his legs, which you just got to do. He has that talent, got to use it. But I do see his ability to throw the ball. I know we don't do it much, but he's gonna continue to get better at it, man. And I really feel like, I hope that next year is our year. But he's gonna have a chance to win a few, by the time his career's over.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot of the development of Lamar Jackson, who is still one of only 2 NFL players ever to win a unanimous MVP, but no player can do it alone. So what is the missing piece for the Ravens? Elite receiver, the defensive pass rusher? What does Lamar need and the Ravens need to get over that hump?
I think, our front office does a really good job, man. And I feel like they have a good understanding of what the team is and what the coaches need. Honestly, we lost so many coaches this year. I'm not even sure what our coaching staff is going to look like. It seems like everybody got promotions, which is a good thing. It goes to show that we've been doing something right the last couple of years. But, I feel like, at the end of the day, we're close.